Good morning and welcome to this video. I am currently in Bristol right now and I am on my way to do a site tour for a site called Argoed Lwyd Outdoor Education Centre. Typical Welsh name, I've no idea how to pronounce it, but basically this is an education centre, and they are going to put in one staff glamping pod so that their staff can stay there and basically just maintain the site. And I have printed off a brief and a brochure of all the stuff that I have to go through and check today whenever I'm on site. Basically the nature of my visit today is basically just going to scope out the site, see what the requirements are, and basically just to try and formulate a quotation and a tender for this for this project. This is a public sector tender, so GlampLaunch is now meddling in public sector opportunities. So that's the nature of this video. I was in, like I said, I'm in Bristol right now. I was at the Young Entrepreneur of the Year Awards last night. You can check out the link to that video to see how that went. Very exciting. But anyways, I'm going to head off now and I'm going to take you on this journey. We are just going to drive through Argoed right now, and it's really interesting because Argoed is the location of the Crown at Pantagelly, which was GlampLaunch's first ever glamping client ever. We sold them 3 dual half moon pods, and the Crown at Pantagelly is a pub in West Monmouthshire Sorry about that. So the Crown at Pantagelly is a pub in West Monmouthshire, and it's a very, very beautiful pub. But they have 3 of our pods, and it's just nice to basically, even though I'm not going to call in to them because I would love to, but I'm just on a really tight time frame right now. It's really nice to just kind of be in this area again, because it was literally July last year, 11 months ago, where I came to the site and we done our testimony with Nick from the Crown at Pantagelly. So if you remember that video, then excellent. But it's nice to be back here, and I know that Nick and Amy are doing very, very well with their pods. So they are. We've actually had many of people that are interested in GlampLaunch pods go and actually speak to them and stay in them. So I just want to give a shout out to the Crown at Pantagelly, so go and check them out and go and stay at the Crown at Pantagelly. We are 5 minutes away from the site, so I've been driving for about an hour and a half now. We're very, very close to... The weather has took a turn for the worst, which is quite unfortunate because now I'm going to have to walk around in the rain, which sucks a little bit, but it is what it is. And yeah, let's go and do the site tour. It's like 10 past 8 in the morning, so I've got plenty of time.
And then the actual location's here.
This is where it's going?
Yeah, where the shed is. Ready to go. Let's go to this space here. We're going to get some groundworks done to stabilise the bank. Because it's alright, but I just want to make sure it's good. So they're going to stabilise the bank.
Does that slope down there?
Yeah, it goes to about where that bush is and then drops away.
Yeah. And how do we get power outside?
I've got a power project taking place anyway, so depending on your needs, we could look at tying that in at the same time.
Okay. And see, on that note of infrastructure and stuff, is that something that you want me to do, or what?
I reckon, I don't know what conversations you've had with Noz, is it you've been working with, or David?
David,
yeah, I don't know what David's plans are exactly in that space, but I would say there's no harm in potentially doing 2 versions of that if that's possible. One with like everything, as in being plumbed in and stuff, and then one not, because we're going to have contractors on site anyway.
Yep.
So that might be an easier option for us to get them to do that, or maybe bring the services up to the point where you need them.
That's what we'll do.
In a way of they just literally plug and play. From your perspective.
So, see these site works that are going to be going on. Will they be going on before, after, or during?
That's a very good question. Primarily, it's a National Grid power upgrade I'm trying to get through.
Okay.
And working with National Grid is very difficult. So they are not particularly transparent sometimes in their time frames.
Yep.
So it's theoretically this is going to be taking place in August, but whether that's actually going to happen or not, I'm not entirely sure yet.
So what we'll do is we'll coordinate with you, and I'll instruct you on exactly where the electric connections are going to be on the side of the pod, and then for the water, I'll find it and I'll send it to you.
Yeah, that's fine.
And
do that. It's not a problem.
Let's say, for example, you have a concrete base. I'll give you all the drawings and dimensions. Say, right, just bring the water to this case, and then we'll have a hatch, kind of like a manhole cover, on the bathroom floor.
Right. Okay.
And then we'll take that hatch off. We'll drop the pod on it. The pipes will come up, and then we'll have insulation in there as well. Stop the freezing. So water and electricity is very, very straightforward to do. Gravel?
No, plates.
Okay.
You know,
so it's doable.
You know, like a festival road. Those sheets. And they're running back and forth with diggers and dumpers.
And then you mentioned about the other access into the site.
Yes, I'll show you that.
Yeah.
It's rough. Farm track basically.
Okay.
Farm track. So, because we're going to get a container put in this space here.
Yeah.
20-foot workshop container, and that's how they're proposing getting that in.
Just right there?
Yeah. Well, literally just here.
Will that be going in before or after the pod?
Probably the same sort of price, to be honest.
Well, I would like to get the pod in first. If the pod's going at the... Oh, well, that might not... Okay. That's not going to interfere with us then.
And then straight up onto the... Well, we just work. So when they were doing the work recently, they laid this track on here for access.
Yep.
Over the top of the grass. But then, sort of the bigger picture, this tree's going, that pole's going.
They're taking them out?
Yeah, get a new one put in. And then this bank is all getting dug up and this has all been landscaped. So it's going to be like that, so it's going to be flat, terraced.
Before or after the pod? After.
Yeah. I'm running at 85% of my capacity, and I can't have EV charging as it stands. So to get EV charging for electric minibuses and cars, I need more power.
I have a contact called I'm part of the Glamping Trade Association.
All right.
So it's the only trade association in the industry. I'm on the board, and we have a member, a company called Yoink Point.
Right.
And the owners are a couple called Laura and Tim, and I was talking to them at the summit that we had there a few weeks ago, and they have an EV charging device. It's like a double socket, so it is, but it's a trickle charger. So if you have people that are staying here overnight, they could theoretically use one of these here, and it pulls a very low amount of amps because it trickle charges it over like a 10 or 12 hour period, whatever time you set it to.
Right.
So they're very economical for EV chargers. I could put you in touch with them if you'd be interested.
Well, I think I want to see whether I can get this done first.
I have just walked around the site with Mark there and took a look at the project, and overall it seems to be quite a decent project. As you can see from behind me, it's a beautiful scenery where the pod's going to be, and the pod itself is just going to be right up there, wherever that shed is. So I'm just going to go and spend some time myself. I have my own GlampLaunch checklist, and I'm going to go around and make sure that this project is something that I think we can personally do, and I'm going to make sure that it's feasible and viable as a commercial project for GlampLaunch to undertake. So these logs behind me, this log here and that log down there, is what we've measured out the pod to be, and that's going to be 6.6 meters in length, and it's going to be 2.4 meters in wide. So they're going to take that shed away, and the pod is basically just going to be positioned in this nice space behind me. But it was really interesting for us to measure out where the pod is going to be, so we can get like a really accurate footprint of how the structure and how the pod is going to look. All of these trees and shrubbery behind me is going to be cut back, and they've already got their permitted development rights for the structure, so everything's shaping up to be a nice project. And I'm just going to do the final checklist here, and then that's pretty much me done here. Okay. And I put the 2D drawings on it as well. So that is the site tour done for Argoed Lwyd Outdoor Education Centre. That was very cool. I have to say that was a very cool site. Basically it's like an outdoor education centre. So they do like whitewater rafting, they do canoeing and like archery and like mountaineering and all that stuff, like up in like the Brecon Beacon National Park. It's a really, really cool place. So I would like to be involved in this project, and I would like to help these guys out. Basically what their project is they need to have a staff pod, because they always have like, a lot of the staff live locally, but if they have any staff that's coming from like another visitor centre nearby, then they have to pay for hotels and you have to pay for short-term holiday lets, but they don't have anywhere for people to sleep on site. And they actually told me that sometimes the staff will sleep like on the sofa in the canteen, which is not good. So that's why they need a staff accommodation unit, and that's what we were here to quote for. So it'll be a fully furnished glamping pod, with a bathroom, kitchen, cooking facilities, and everything that they need to basically just like work and live on site if someone has to be here for, say, maybe like 1 or 2 weeks at a time. And that's pretty much the nature of the staff accommodation pod. But we're actually going to put 2 double bunk beds inside the pod, so that way that they actually could rent it out to guests and visitors if they wanted to stay, and not just staff. So it's going to basically transform this visitor centre into a really nice place where people feel a little bit more relaxed whenever they're working. So that's the nature of this project. I feel like the delivery will go well, because, you know, we looked at the access and we looked at how we can actually install the pod, and everything's fine. As you saw in the previous clip, we marked everything out and everything seems to be pretty good. So the size of the pod's going to be good, and it's got a nice snug space in there. But that's pretty much the end of this video. I don't think you need to see me driving, I just want to say thank you very much for watching this video, and thank you for coming along this journey for this site tour. Please stay in tune for more updates to see how this project develops, and I'm going to go home now. Thank you very much for watching, and give your thoughts in the comments below, and check our description for some more information, and look and watch some more videos. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Taylor Glass from GlampLaunch, over and out.